Attention passionate Seattle, SEAHAWKS fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle, SEAHAWKS fans. Let's get to the news now. Seahawks fans, buckle up because there's some interesting news coming out of the NFL that could have ripple effects for the team's future, especially when it comes to discipline and how the league is cracking down on players. It might seem like just a small story, but trust me, it's part of a bigger picture that's shaping the NFL landscape right now. And for the Seahawks, it's definitely worth paying attention to. Recently, the NFL announced the fines from Week 3 of the season. And yes, the Seattle Seahawks found themselves on the naughty list this time. It's not something you want to see, especially early in the season, but it's part of the league's effort to enforce player safety and maintain order on the field. What exactly happened? Well, it centers around Seahawks defensive lineman Leonard Williams, who has been a solid force for the team since he arrived. Williams, affectionately known as Big Cat among fans, found himself involved in a bit of controversy during the game against the New Orleans Saints. In the second quarter of that blowout game, which the Seahawks unfortunately lost 44-13, Williams got into a bit of a spat with Saints guard Torricelli Simpkins III. Now, this wasn't just a simple push or shove, it escalated into what the NFL calls unnecessary roughness. Apparently, Simpkins pushed Williams in the back away from the play, trying to get him out of the way. But Williams didn't just take it lying down. Instead, he responded with a move involving his helmet, which the league reviewed thoroughly. Although neither CBS nor the All-22 footage clearly showed a helmet violation or a specific helmet-to-helmet hit, the NFL decided to fine Williams for his actions, which they calculated at $23, $186. That's quite a chunk of change for a player, especially early in the season, and it shows that the league is serious about cracking down on any form of unnecessary roughness, even if it's not perfectly clear what exactly happened on the footage. It's worth noting that this is Williams' first rodeo when it comes to fines. In fact, he's already been fined twice last season for face mask penalties. So technically, this is his third fine since joining the Seahawks. But here's the interesting part. Despite the fines, Williams has been playing remarkably well, proving to be a disruptive force on the defensive line. His ability to pressure quarterbacks, stop the run, and create chaos in the backfield has kept him as one of the most valuable assets on the Seahawks' defense. Fans love his intensity and physicality, but the league's discipline measures remind us that even the most talented players need to stay within the lines of the game's rules. Now, let's talk about the other side of the coin. The Saints, who were on the receiving end of some of this rough play, also had their issues. Defensive tackle Brian Bresee, for instance, was fined $18, $581 after he headbutted Gray Zabel early in the game. That headbutt gave the Seahawks a fresh set of downs on a critical opening drive, which could have been a game-changer if things had gone differently. CBS cameras at least caught that incident and showed it to viewers, so there's no denying that tempers can flare in these intense matchups, especially when stakes are high and the game gets physical. But it's not just about fines and penalties. What does this say about the Seahawks' approach this season? Well, for starters, it highlights the aggressive, relentless style that Seattle has been known for under Pete Carroll. The team is physical, they play with passion, and sometimes that edge spills over into moments of frustration or retaliation. But the key for the Seahawks is balancing that aggression with discipline. Williams, for all his toughness, needs to be smart on the field to avoid costly penalties that could hurt the team's chances later in the season. Looking ahead, the Seahawks are preparing for their next challenge against the Arizona Cardinals. Fans are eager to see how the team bounces back from this Week 3 setback, especially after the rough game and the fines that come with it. The Cardinals, who have been a mixed bag so far, are definitely a team that the Seahawks can beat if they play disciplined football and maintain their focus. It's also an important moment for players like Williams to show maturity and leadership, guiding the team through these fiery moments while keeping their cool. Now let's take a closer look at what this means for the Seahawks season. Despite the setbacks, the team has shown resilience. Geno Smith continues to be a steady presence at quarterback, demonstrating leadership and poise even when things aren't going perfectly. The offense has had its moments, but it's the defense that's been a real highlight. When they're disciplined, they can shut down even the best offenses. Williams' role in that defense is crucial, not just for his pass rushing skills, but also for his leadership in the trenches. The fines, while annoying, aren't going to define his season, but they are a reminder that every play counts, and that discipline is key if the Seahawks want to contend for the playoffs and beyond. And let's not forget, the Seahawks' defense has been a mixed bag this season. They've shown flashes of brilliance, especially in their pass rush, but also moments of inconsistency. Williams, as one of their top disruptors, will need to stay on the right side of the rules, especially as opponents become more aware of his aggressive style. It's all about finding that balance, playing tough, playing physical, but also playing smart. That's what separates good teams from great ones in the NFL. As we look at the big picture, the NFL's focus on penalties and fines is part of a broader effort to make the game safer and fairer. For fans of the Seahawks, it's a reminder that their team's stars aren't just about raw talent, they also need to be disciplined and smart. The league's actions send a message that even the most passionate players must keep their emotions in check, especially in high-stakes games. The fines serve as a warning and a lesson for everyone on the field. Play hard, but play within the boundaries of the game. So, fans, as we gear up for the next game, keep an eye on how the Seahawks respond to this situation. Will Williams learn from this experience and adjust his approach? Will the defense tighten up and avoid giving away penalties that can cost them vital yards? It's all part of the journey this season, and the Seahawks are definitely a team that's capable of bouncing back stronger. Remember, their identity has always been about resilience, toughness, and heart, and that's what will carry them through these moments. Now, looking at the division, the NFC West is shaping up to be one of the most competitive and unpredictable divisions in the league. The Seahawks, with their talent and resilience, still have a lot to prove. The fine imposed on Williams might seem like a small detail in the grand scheme of things, but it's a part of the narrative of a team that's fighting to stay at the top. They know they can't afford to let emotions take over, especially when every yard and every penalty can make the difference between winning and losing. The coaching staff will undoubtedly emphasize discipline, focus, and execution in the coming weeks, knowing that the division rivals like the 49ers, Rams, and Cardinals are all eager to seize any opportunity to climb higher in the standings. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this situation? Do you think the fines will serve as a wake-up call for Williams and the team? Or do you believe that their aggressive style is part of what makes them special and that they should embrace that edge? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Seahawks community. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, insights, and analysis on everything related to the Seattle Seahawks. Stay tuned, keep the passion alive, and let's continue supporting our team through every twist and turn of this exciting NFL season.